Nigel Farage.
Well, there are lots of arguments about the pros and cons of immigration. And, you know, Jennifer talked about the National Health Service. I mean, it's very interesting that cancer specialist Angus Dalgleish was saying this weekend that the reality is that we have a National Health Service now that is available to 508 million people. Now, that's not the number that are using it, but it's available. And actually, you're right. Whether we look at hospitals or we look at primary school places, our public services cannot cope with a British population that is now rising by 500,000 people every single year. But that was not the question. That was not the question. And the fact that 2 of the Paris bombers got in through the Greek islands posing as refugees. Again, important though that debate is, and I certainly wouldn't want to scaremonger over it, but I do think we should protect ourselves against those things if we possibly can. But the question, and it's a key question, and it's a key word, was, is Brexit the only way that we can control it? It's the only way, Jennifer, that we can control immigration, because the fact is we are locked into something where we have a complete open door to 500 million people. That is a fact. Any one of those 500 million people can come to Britain. Now, when we were in a political union with France and the Netherlands and Germany, with France and the Netherlands and Germany and the Netherlands and France and Germany and countries that were roughly similar education standards, income standards, it wasn't a problem. But now we've let in countries that are very much poorer in Eastern Europe, and we see the miseries that the South are going through with a Eurozone that is about to go back into crisis. We realise that it's actually irresponsible to have a total open door. We can't predict what public services we need. We've no idea within the nearest couple of million who'll be here within the nearest couple of million in the next 5 years. And what I want to do, and I'm not against it, I'm not against immigration, but I'm for controlled immigration. I want us to exit political union, to have a trade agreement, but in terms of immigration policy, I want us to have an Australian-style point system, where the people that come to Britain have got skills to bring. Okay.
Stephen Crabbe.